Hello and welcome to FxWB New Beginnings podcast with Michelle. How are you guys doing? I hope all is well and you are gearing up for the springtime because guess what? Spring is coming. It is coming. Each day that goes by in the winter, we got some spring coming to us. Okay, so we're gonna get to see the leaves, the new leaves, the flowers, the bees, the birds, maybe some flies, but we need them all during the springtime. We can't wait for the springtime because we are looking forward to meeting you in person again. FxWB New Beginnings podcast. We go outside when we have our summits. And we had our summit last October, and we look forward to having one this spring coming. So FxWB New Beginnings podcast here with Michelle. We love to have you on board listening into all our activities that we're doing here in Indy. And we love when you like and subscribe to the channel so that we know that we are putting out things there for you and for your well-being. We here at Functional Wellbeing want to encourage you, if you're in the Indy area, to come on out on April 18th, 2026, a Saturday. Come to a full day of activities for you and your family. What am I talking about? We are talking about the FxWB Whole You Wellness Summit on April 18th between 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are encouraging you to bring the seniors out, bring the kids out, and all of your family. Ladies, if you want to stick with us, I assure you, stick with us and you're going to learn a lot to help you live better now and for the time to come. We have lots of things happening. We have a kids zone area. We have a senior zone area where we'll be sharing information such as, transportation. We have on board health services, like a whole wellness services organization coming on board. We are looking at having some homes coming on with us with home health care. We also have activities for the kids. So kids, you can come on board. We're going to have a bouncy castle. I just got word and confirmation that we're going to have a taekwondo group coming on board. Yay! And we have another surprise. So I wouldn't let all the surprises out today. But I want you to know that we want all of you to come on board. Other than the kids' activities and the seniors' activities, ladies, 35 and over, and even the men, if you want to try us, we want you in the room too. In the afternoon, we're going to have mini workshops on board. We're going to be talking to many different professionals, whether it's a pharmacist, a doctor chiropractor, we have a functional medicine practitioner, functional nutritionist, personal trainer, as well as a slew of mental health therapists. You want to be in the room to get all the help you need from all these different professionals coming on board to share their passions with you and help you with anything going on with you, whether it's physical, mental, or even emotional. And we actually have like about 3 or 4 pastors on board too. So we want you in the room. We want you there to take part in this event and learn from each other, share with each other, and grow with each other. Yes? So come on in. FxWB Whole You Wellness Summit on April 18th. We look forward to seeing you. Tickets are being sold. You could scan that QR code. It's on Eventbrite if you're looking for it. And right now we have a sale going on. We always have a sale. We always have some ways of sharing so that you can get in the room. We might even have tickets, share some tickets with you guys for free. Yes, for free. So come on board. Just look out for all the promotions that we have because we want you there. We want you to experience all the services that are provided, that you can get help no matter what stage of life you're in. We want you in the room. So I
So
did tell you we have a slew of mental health therapists on board. And we have one pretty lady that was at the summit with us last fall that shared her services with us and shared tips on how one can help with having the assistance of mental health services to be able to grow and move forward in their life. And I wanted to bring her on here because I just think, with her canny way of talking and and the way she does things, it does help to, you know, just be cool, calm, and learn from her as much as you can when you're in a space with her. So I am going to invite Miss Stephanie Williams to come on in with us. Hello, Stephanie.
hello.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us here at FxWB New Beginnings Podcast. We are grateful to have you. I would love for you at this time to share with us who is Miss Stephanie Williams and what is your passion?
Okay. Well, thank you for definitely inviting me to be on so I can, explain about mental health, which I do think is so important now. There's a lot of things going on, depression, anxiety, addictions, especially with the changes of the environment. A lot of things are going on in the social media that is making people overwhelmed. And it's not starting with adults, it's starting with kids. Because and I think sometimes adults don't realize how much children pick up, especially with the social media, because everything is so there in your face.
Mhm.
I graduated with my master's in 2000, so I've been in the game for a minute.
Yes,
For just a little bit, yes.
that's
And
all right.
and I have been with children, elementary kids up to high school kids, young adults to older adults. And the population I work with now for my full-time job is older adults. And one thing
Okay.
I found out about the older adults, and I've been working with them since 2017, is that they don't focus a lot on mental health for older
Yes.
adults. And when I say older adults, I mean like in the senior citizen age, like 60 and
Mm.
up. Because we
Okay.
never talked about that. Because when we was going through school, the main focus is on um, being a baby, being an adolescent to a teenager to a young adult, and they seem to cut off at the senior part. So working with the older adults, the senior adults, just realizing they have a lot of trauma that they have not dealt with. And then during their time, getting help for mental health was uncalled for. We don't do that. We
Right.
just keep going, especially in the African American community. They think go to church, pray it off. And I'm not against praying whatsoever because I do believe having that grounding, having that your belief is also what helps us getting from day to day. But
Yes.
besides church, there's other things now that, hey, there's a therapist out there who may be able to give me that opportunity to talk about what I went through. And that is one thing I'm seeing more in the churches now, in the Black churches. It is now
Yes.
being talked about, and it's more to make it normal, so to speak, and to be
Right.
okay. It's okay to seek help because that's why they are here to do so. So
Yes.
pretty much, and I do online therapy with a company called Rula, which is RULA, and that is
Mm-hmm.
my private practice that I do after hours and things like that. And I am finding I'm getting, I guess, they look at me, they think I'm young. So so my oldest client I have is about 32 years old. So,
Okay.
and the youngest I have is 22.
Okay.
And so the
That's a
desire,
large gap. That's a
that's a,
large.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
a large gap. It's like, oh, okay. But I'm finding that because I am an African American female, that their need for that is so high that they want
Yes.
someone that looks like them,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And I think that goes for everybody because when we go into a room, what do we look for? We look for individuals who look
Right.
like us.
Yes.
So I just think that my passion, I don't see myself doing anything else but this.
Yeah.
I love therapy and I love learning different ways to do therapy.
Yes.
Um, and then how to engage individuals because how I engage one person is not going to be the same for another person.
Right.
You know.
Right. So, in other words, you're dealing with um all age groups pretty much,
Yes.
but
Yes.
specifically I'll say 22 to 50 or 22
Yes.
to 60. So you've had
And a
that
bit higher.
experience and even
Yes.
higher. Okay. And
Yes.
you've had that experience to deal with the older generation. And you're right. You don't really hear seniors talking about going to a mental health therapist. That's
Mm-hmm.
really an important factor to consider
Yes.
because it's not something, as you said it really quick. I've never really heard that before, and it's good that you brought that up because they too need help
Yes.
because the trauma that they probably went through when they were 10, it's still
Mm-hmm.
with them at
Mm-hmm.
70.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And, yes. And also you look and you talk to them. I talk to them too. We also talk about generational curses, because this like this like mental health is hereditary.
Ah, yes.
No, and it's like, oh, did I pass it down? And it's not much more a pass that down, but it's part of your DNA.
DNA. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And I just
Okay.
think educating the seniors, like, okay, and when they talk more about their childhood and how
Mm-hmm.
things would just, what happens here in this house stays in this house. We all heard that.
Yes.
Don't be putting our business out there in the street,
Right?
things like that. And that's how a lot of things get covered up because we kept a
Yes.
lot of things,
Yes.
you know.
Well, based on this information, you know that we would want you to talk more about this
Mhm.
at the summit because you're right. We will hear for kids, we will hear about teenagers, young adults, but you really don't hear this factor of seeking help as a senior
Mhm.
for mental health services and therapy. And I could see the importance of it because if they are like the matriarch of the family and the grandkids come to see them and the parents come to see them, they you don't want them passing it down a negative thing to the younger generation, but rather seeing something positive and saying something positive to the younger generation would be
Yes.
such an important aspect of that child's life in
Yes.
growing up too. So
Yes.
yeah, I know this is going to be a hot topic at
Yes.
the summit when we bring this concept of connecting with the seniors. And this is what this summit is about
Yes.
because I want us to remember it's not just about coming up together and just being there and enjoying people. Yes, we want to do that. We want to enjoy people. We want to enjoy the good food that we always eat at the summit.
Yes.
But it is also for somewhat of an individualistic activity too. Yes, we're coming in as a community, but we're coming in as an individual to learn how we can help ourselves live better. Whether it's an emotional concept, a mental concept, looking at nutrition, looking at your physical life, how
Yes.
can we use these different aspects to help us live better? How can we, if talking to a therapist helps me to rethink how
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
see a negative concept, to be able to live better and share it with somebody else
Yes.
in my family, for example, or in my community that I go back to?
Yes.
And this is important for us to be able to do this at the summit. We
Yes.
want you there.
Yes.
We
Yes.
want you there, and we're going to have time for Q&A. We want you to ask questions. That is the idea of the summit, to come on board, ask questions, and connect with these providers, because the idea of connecting with them would allow now for something to grow, which will be healthy for you to
Yes.
be able to live a better lifestyle in the
Yes.
long run. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
And this,
go
and
ahead,
this,
Stephanie.
and this pretty much, because I know you and I have talked a lot about how the mental and the physical actually connects together. And now that's one thing that at my full-time job, we are looking at individuals who have uncontrollable diabetes, uncontrollable heart congestion, those type of things. Okay, what is stopping that?
Yes.
Is there a mental health block? Is it depression? Stopping them from taking their medicines and things like that. So it all goes together. It just be acknowledgeable to feel like, okay, why I'm feeling this way, and it's not normal, because sometimes we are so depressed so much. Sometimes it becomes our normal. We don't know how to feel but depressed, because we maybe grew up in a household like that. So since we grew up in a household like that, we're gonna make our house like that, because that's what we
Right.
know. And just being insightful, that's one of my goals for the summit, for individuals just to be more pay attention to what's going
Yes.
on with them. And I know that you definitely about that too. It's like, okay, if something doesn't feel right, it's not right.
Yes.
You
Yes. And
know,
that's important, because being able to understand yourself from within
yes,
helps you to be able to be that person that you want to be on the outside to everybody else.
yes,
And it's important that we keep a conversation like that with even your own self, to get the
yes,
help. You have to recognize it yourself too,
most
that
definitely.
something's wrong, or I need
Exactly.
help with something. So having conversations like this is important
Mm-hmm.
to get better and to
Mm-hmm.
be your best self
That's
for
it.
others,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
so appreciative of you sharing this with us. And yes, I definitely want you to give the seniors more information on this aspect of mental health and seniors living in this day and age, and here in America with the different cultures that we have
Most definitely.
and the different things that are happening in the world
Mm-hmm.
today.
Mm-hmm.
And not only think that God alone or going to the church alone is an avenue. That's one avenue,
Most
but you have
definitely.
another avenue of going to a mental health therapist to come on board with you to, you're not just going to go see the pastor on Sunday, but now you have somebody else you can see and talk to as well during this time, when you think that you have the opportunity to meet somebody on the same level or know more than you to help you get better. So I love this
Definitely.
idea. And I want to thank you for coming on board with us at Functional Wellbeing at this summit, because it's important to have people like you sharing your passions with others so that they also can see that, hey, I can do this too. I can share my passion with others and I could help others. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes. So if you want to meet Stephanie, you need to come to the summit. The summit is on April 18th from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can get tickets from Eventbrite. Just look up FxWB Whole U Wellness Summit and you can get your tickets online. It's currently 2 for 1. The price is 2 for 1. So it's $50 for a ticket. So you can get the price 2 tickets for 1 right now, and for $50. But then we have other promotions going on. We want you guys in the room, and we also have the opportunity to give away tickets as well. So we want you to be there. Bring a friend, and kids are free. I want you to remember that. kids are free at this event. We want the kids there. We need the kids there because we want them to understand that, hey, mental health is also for kids. Learning how to move properly is also for kids.
Most definitely.
Learning to eat right is
Mhm.
also for kids.
Mhm.
It's not just for the seniors, it's not just for the adults, it's for the kids as well. And we want you to bring them into a space like this where they could see all the different things happening and realize, hey, I want to be a part of this. I want to do things like this for my life so that when I grow up, I can have my kids do these things too.
Yes.
And it's we want to have you in a healthy space. Come on board. We want you there. We want to have you in the space on April 18th. We want you to come enjoy yourself and get to know the providers, get in touch with these providers for time to come. So I want to say thank you again, Stephanie, for coming on board with us here at FxWB New Beginnings Podcast. We love the information you shared, and we look forward to seeing you on the 18th. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you here. Guys, I want you to like and subscribe to the channel, FxWB New Beginnings Podcast with Michelle. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we're everywhere. Subscribe, listening to all the videos that we have to share. We share so many different aspects of well-being. This is just one, mental health, which is a large part of our lives. We need to consider being happier from the inside out, from the head to the toe. So come on board. We look forward to seeing you soon. This has been Michelle Bailey with FxWB New Beginnings Podcast with Stephanie today. Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, bye. Thank you.